All right, at this point in our show, we are going to do one of my favorite segments, cooking. I couldn't have said that a few years ago, but we're going to head out to Joe and Chef Chaz to see what they're going to cook up today.
Hey, we're already having a lot of fun here in the kitchen. We're with Chef Marco Shortino of Marco's Restaurant. 23 years in Buffalo, enough said. We're making some meatball bombers today, right?
We are, everybody's favorite.
That's right. The ingredients will be up on the screen right now for you to write down. Tell us what we're cooking with.
Well, today we're going to make just a basic meatball, nothing fancy. It's always fancy when I make it. What am I talking about? Shredded mozzarella, red onion, roasted garlic, and there's my little twist, my little secret roasted garlic. Everybody uses the raw garlic. I roast it. Hot pepper, black pepper, Romano cheese, parsley, basil, ground beef. The list goes on and on and on.
That's right. And I always notice you incorporated the red onion there. That gives everything a little bit of a
love the red
flavor.
sweet onions.
Basil's one of my favorites.
Yep.
As far as if you're a busy person, this is probably a quick, easy thing to whip up, even though it seems like there's a lot going on here.
It's simple. It's a one-bowl dish. You throw it all together. And what I do in my house, and a lot of people will go, what is he, nuts? I make 40, 50, 60 meatballs at a time, and I put them on a sheet tray, I bake them off, I take them off, I freeze them. I put them in bags, and I take them out as I need them.
Oh, there you go.
So I make them once.
That's actually some good advice for a busy person, a mom or dad that's at home. You can freeze a lot of your meals and just
yeah, no doubt. You can pull the meatballs off, and let them defrost, throw them in the microwave if you have to.
That's great.
But yeah, definitely.
Okay, so we're going to get started on this. As we said, the ingredients were out there. It's a one-bowl dish, and it's great for entertaining people as well.
Yeah, and I also get to get your hands dirty, so it's just kind of cool.
Yeah, so I'm going to be getting in deep with the beef we have here. What kind of meat is this anyway?
Well, this is just ground beef. It's 80%.
Okay. So 80-20.
80-20, yeah, exactly. You want a little bit of fat.
You do.
For the flavor. You do.
Right, okay. And it's basically going to cook in its own fat and stuff like that, right?
It is. I'm not putting any olive oil in the pan. We're going to use a Teflon pan, hot. We're going to brown those meatballs, throw them in the oven, let them bake for a few minutes. You're probably looking at about 25 minutes from start to finish.
All right, can't wait. Back to you guys.
Meatball bombers in the kitchen with Joe and Chef Marco.
Yes, we're going to see the first couple steps in their recipe. Joe?
Welcome back. We're in the kitchen with Chef Marco of Marco's Restaurant, and we're making some meatball bombers today. As you probably noticed, we've got our gloves on. Now, when you're at home, a lot of chefs like you cook with this in the restaurant, but
I bring these home.
No reason not to, right?
No reason not to. I'm OCD. My hands got to be clean.
That's right.
And food safety is a big thing.
That's right. And if I get any meat on my wedding ring, my wife will kill me.
Oh,
so
no doubt.
This is also a big help in that department. All right. I see some meat. We're probably going to get it in this bowl, right?
When I say we mix it up, we're going to toss our beef. And this, when I said a one-bowl mix dish, this is throw it all in there.
Everything in one. Couldn't be easier, right?
Couldn't be easier. Okay. So we're just going to add every single one of our ingredients.
That was the basil,
parsley.
Okay.
Breadcrumbs. Now the breadcrumbs acts as a little bit of a filler.
Okay.
You're going to ask me the ingredients.
No, I forgot. He doesn't measure anything.
I don't measure anything. My trick: roasted garlic. I put it in the oven, a little bit of olive oil.
Right.
About 350 degrees for 20 minutes, half hour.
Oh, so it
softens up and it just brings out all those flavors.
Okay.
We're going to kick it up a notch and make a spicy meatball.
Hey, all right. You got the right guys in the kitchen for that.
Absolutely. A little bit of salt, a little pepper.
I want to mix it, man.
Oh, get mixing. Go ahead.
Right.
Hang on. Let me put everything in there first.
I'm so excited.
So,
like a kid in a sandbox.
You got to put cheese.
Yeah. What kind of cheese was that again?
This is
mozzarella.
Whole milk mozzarella.
Whole milk. Okay.
Shred it down. This is the kind you find.
One of the healthier cheeses out there.
It is.
I think, right? Okay.
It is. And we're going to crack one egg. My rule of thumb usually is 1 egg per pound.
I've never been able to do that.
That was
whatever you just
culinary thing.
Yeah, I bet.
You want to leave the shells out because you don't want them crunchy meatballs.
Okay.
You know. So we got one more thing to go.
One more thing to go.
And
all right.
I think we can get you started.
Okay.
I'll throw this onion in a second.
And you just want to kind of mix it like it's dough or something?
Just mix it up, just like it's dough. Look at that.
And I'll tell you, these gloves, they might look a little sterile, but they definitely keep things,
no doubt. Food safety is the biggest issue.
All right. Well, we're mixing everything up here. When we come back, we're going to actually have some meatballs formed, ready to go into the pan.
Absolutely.
All right. Back to you guys. All right, we're in the kitchen now. We're making meatball bombers with Chef Marco of Marco's Restaurant. I think I'm doing this right. We've got all our concoction in there. Not bad, right?
About a golf ball size.
Okay.
Nice.
A little bit. Yeah. Yours is bigger, of course.
Yeah, it's all right.
So we're going to put that in the pan?
We're going to put these in the pan.
Beautiful.
There's no olive oil in here, but you can see that the meat is actually making its own oils.
Right, now the pan is just the first part of the cooking procedure, right? It's just a little bit in the pan, and then we're going to take them out.
We're going to brown them, then we're going to throw them in the oven about 350 degrees for about 25 minutes, 20-25 minutes. And then when they're done, we pull them out. We add them back to our tomato sauce if you want to, or we leave it out on the tray, let it cool. Okay. And like I said before, we can bag them and throw them in the freezer. meatballs are great, and you can put them in all kinds of things. You know, I'm going to show you a cool dish that we're going to have with some of these leftover meatballs on the second helpings.
Oh, I bet there's a lot of things you can do with this leftover.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, you could do a ton of things with this stuff.
Now, you have a show coming up you wanted to tell everybody about
I do.
CW.
I do.
Tell us a little bit about that.
It's called Come Dine With Me, Western New York, and it's hosted by Russell Salvatore. And I work with three of the best chefs in Buffalo. Tucker Curtin from The Steer, Krista Van Wagner of Curly's, and Art Christie of Frontier Catering, who let us use his kitchen today, and he's world famous for what he does.
So you're literally going to have too many cooks in the kitchen.
Too many cooks in the kitchen, yeah, definitely. We bring other chefs into our kitchen, and we cook with them, and they show us their main dishes. And we travel around to homeowners. We do a home invasion, and we cook with the homeowners and make some of their favorite dishes, and we just have a ball. The chemistry between us are just incredible. It's a good time.
Well, yeah, you seem to know what you're doing. To know what you're doing.
I fake it really good, don't I? Yeah, that's all good.
Now, this particular dish, I can get it at your restaurant, right? You make it on a daily basis?
We go through hundreds of meatballs a week. Hundreds. Okay. And meatball parmesan is one of the most popular sandwiches on the menu.
Yeah.
And it's just, how do you not have a meatball when you go to an Italian restaurant?
Hey, absolutely. I grew up eating meatballs. My mother is Italian. I had a question. I noticed we used, regular breadcrumbs. That's very easy to do. You can buy about. But can you make your own? My mom used to make her own breadcrumbs.
Oh, you can. You just take, I use Costanzo's. You throw it in the oven.
Yeah.
The night before.
The night before.
And when you wake up in the morning, it's usually nice and,
hard.
Crisp, and and then you just take it on a cheese grater and grate down the...
cheese grater, that's the key.
That's the key.
I used to try to just break it up in my hands.
No,
but
it's
cheese
going to be
grater
too much.
Yeah, they're really too big. So that's definitely another way. Okay, so we've got the meatballs kind of frying up in the pan here.
Meatballs are frying up.
What's the next step? And how long do we keep them in this pan for?
Just to brown them a little bit. I got them in here probably, I don't know, 2-3 minutes.
And that's with a little olive oil.
There's no olive oil.
No olive.
The meat juice is actually browning it.
Right, because we're using 80-20 meat beef, so it's got a little extra fat in it.
So I brought some of my tomato sauce.
Excellent.
Open the roll. Make a little pocket. Squeeze it together. Cover the roll with the sauce.
Perfect.
I'm going to put these on a roll for you.
Oh, this is amazing. This is just that simple.
It's that simple.
And a little extra cheese, of course.
Gotta add cheese.
Yeah, why not?
Just cheese on everything. I am the chef of Serrano cheese, so
that's where we met, actually, at the cheese stacking contest. So.
That's right. You were one of the finalists.
Yeah. You're a real cheesy guy.
Yeah, thanks for that. It's all good.
That was a little contrived. I forced it. Is there an oven time for these, or are we just doing everything in the pan today?
No, we can put them in the oven. It's going to be about 10 minutes at about 350 degrees.
Okay, so pan,
crisp
oven,
up your rolls.
and then you can...
Meatballs are nice and hot.
Dig in, right?
Sauce, everything is ready to rock and roll.
See, and the good thing about these gloves, I got to tell you, they really, your hands are ready to go.
Yeah, they're clean.
And if you're cooking for your family, you might as well not try to, not spread germs as much as possible.
Exactly.
Obviously, we do that in the restaurant, but it can definitely go for the home kitchen as well. And this is a pretty easy, maybe even a snack for kids at home if mom or dad's at home and want to,
tell you're Italian. This is a nice snack. Yeah, let's have a 4-pound meatball sandwich for a snack.
This is how I get started in the morning.
Load it up there. See? It's a spicy meatball.
Just got to pop a Zantac before you eat this, and you're in good shape.
And there you have it.
You want to dump anything else on this?
I don't think so. No, I think it's ready to eat, actually.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take a bite. I got to take a bite.
Go right ahead, man.
This thing is
That's awesome. Now let's see him talk. This is a beautiful thing.
Amazing.
Thank you.
A little on my face there.
That's okay.
That's a real sweet sauce, too.
It is. Yeah, we have a nice sweet tomato sauce.
And I think you can really taste the red onion in there as well.
Yeah.
That's great. It really helps to add all these. What kind of cheese is this we just put on it?
That was just a grated Romano cheese.
Romano, okay. That's a great cheese. Very simple.
Yeah, real sharp.
Yeah, this is a great dish.
Thank you, sir.
Good for anything. Now we're going to stick them in the oven, right?
Stick them in the oven.
And you said about 25 minutes, right?
Yep. 25 minutes, 350 degrees.
350
It'll be done in no time.
All right, done in no time. We're going to show you a little bit later what to do with the leftover meat you have on these meatball bombers.
Sounds good. Thanks for having me, Joe.
Hey, you got it.
Sunday nights, 10:30. CW23, come dine with me.
Back to you guys.
About fast leftovers.
Yeah.
This stuff, you just mash them down.
Like you're doing a piece of garlic or something.
Like you're doing a piece of garlic, and you just want to smash them up, just rough chop. I'm not doing anything fancy.
Right.
Rough chop. We're going to add it back to our bowl here, just so I can carry them over.
Yep.
Again with the red onion.
Have a little sweetness in there.
Throw it in a pan. Now everybody's going to go, oh, more butter.
Oh, my Lord.
Gotta have some.
Now, wait, if I don't want the butter, I can substitute it with some olive oil, right?
But this just gives it
If you're watching your cholesterol, then olive oil
this is just a
might be
cool
little better.
dish. And then, as the onions are cooking, we're going to add the ground beef to it.
Throw in the 3 meatballs. That's about 3 meatballs worth.
It's about 3 meatballs.
That's good enough to
about
serve
6 ounces. Gonna
Okay.
get 2 orders out of this easily.
All right.
And as it's out, I mean, the meatballs are already cooked, so we're just heating it through.
Yeah. You don't want to over dry it
Exactly.
out.
Gonna add a little more sauce to it,
Okay.
right? Here's a little trick.
Yeah.
Cook your pasta ahead of time.
Okay.
Okay? And then what you want to do is when you dip your pasta, you want to take some of the water.
Water right there. Okay.
Throw that back in.
And what does that do?
It just makes your sauce nice, and everybody goes, how did you get that so juicy?
Ah, okay. Just
Lamano
plain old
cheese,
water.
Plain old water.
All right.
Joe,
Yeah.
ziti bolognese.
Done.
And it's done. And your leftovers are ready for the table.
Wow. But it's funny, the leftovers are more of a finished product than the meatball
I
bombers.
know, exactly. But we had to start somewhere.
but
So
either
I'm
way,
gonna
I'm
make
going to
meatballs
eat
out of that and put it on a sandwich, so
That's
go ahead
right.
and enjoy it.
Great. Well, thanks,
Bon appetit.
Chef Marco, for
Thank you,
joining
brother.
us today.
Thanks for having me, man.
Back to you guys.